evening, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the news. First, a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Modi launches a 5G test bed at Silver Jubilee celebration event of TRI. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh launches indigenous Navy destroyer warship INS Surat, frigate INS Udaygiri. Chief Minister inaugurates a refuse-derived fuel plant in Tura, hopes project will solve state's waste issues. And Union Minister of State Pratima Bhomik inaugurates services of CRC for skill development, rehabilitation and empowerment of Divyangjan in Shillong. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said the government has infused new energy in the telecom sector with the Panch Amrit of reach, reform, regulate, respond and revolutionize in the last 8 years. Addressing the Silver Jubilee event of Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TRI, through video conferencing in New Delhi today, Modi said India's telecom sector is a great example of self-reliance, adding that the connectivity in the 21st century India will determine the pace of progress of the nation. On the occasion, Modi launched the 5G test bed and said this indigenous 5G test bed in the telecom sector is an important step in India's self-reliance. The Prime Minister added that 5G technology is a huge opportunity for startups to grow and test their products.
से खेती, स्वास्थ्य, शिक्षा, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और लॉजिस्टिक्स हर सेक्टर में ग्रोथ को बल मिलेगा। इससे सुविधा भी बढ़ेगी और रोजगार के भी नए अवसर बनेंगे।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said in the years to come, India will not limit itself to building ships for Indian use but cater to the demand of the entire world. Speaking at the launch of the indigenously built naval ships Surat and Udaygiri in Mumbai, Mr. Singh recalled India's long history spreading over many centuries of expertise in the developing naval warfare-based technologies. The Defence Minister launched the two indigenously built state-of-art warships Surat and Udaygiri. The warships are a true testament of Atma Nirbhar Bharat, as approximately 75% of the orders for equipment and system for the warships were given to indigenous firms, including micro, small and medium enterprises. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, in the presence of a chief guest, Chang Jae-bok, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, inaugurated the refuse-derived fuel plant at Tura today, a joint venture by Tura Municipal Board and Chamhana GK, a Korean company at Rongkhon, Songgital, Tura. This current project in Tura has been envisioned as a working model demonstration project to manage the daily incoming municipal garbage of Tura and its adjoining areas. Refuse-derived fuel, RDF, is a renewable energy source that ensures waste simply isn't thrown into landfills and instead put to good use. This fuel is produced from industrial and municipal waste, which is shredded, dried, boiled and finally burnt to use. The Chief Minister Conrad Sangma is positive that if the technology succeeds, replication of the same will go a long way in resolving the rising challenge of waste management faced in Shillong, Jowai and other major towns of Meghalaya.
A process that can completely redefine the way we look at waste. That we as a state, we as a town are today being able to collaborate with South Korea and with the nation and able to now bring the technology here.
continued downpour in Meghalaya has caused fresh landslides in the state. In East Jaintia Hills, a fresh landslide blocked the Silchar-Ratachera Clariat Road on National Highway 6 at Kulyang village this morning. The government has initiated efforts to clear the same to provide necessary assistance to stranded passengers. The rain also washed away a bridge in Simplong village. This was the only bridge connecting Simplong, Borsora, Lejri, Lahar Lane, Huroi and Hingaria village in East Jaintia Hills to the rest of the state. The collapse has raised concerns about transportation of essential commodities to these border villages. Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment Pratima Bhaumik virtually inaugurated the services of Composite Regional Centre for Skill Development, Rehabilitation and Empowerment of Persons with Disability Divyangjan in Shillong. The program was held at Usosotham Auditorium. The program was attended by Kirmen Shilla, Minister for Department of Social Welfare, Government of Meghalaya, M. Ampreen Lingdo, MLA, East Khasi Hills District, Meghalaya, and senior officials of central and state government. Speaking at the inaugural function, Ms. Bhaumik said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government is implementing various welfare schemes for persons with disabilities in the country.
For having vote to us is Sri Sampath.
We must do something to ensure that we are able to help children with this disability, because we will never believe that they are people with disability. But when you sit and you see the kind of disability that you have, you will have no choice but to make sure that we do something for them.
We want CRC Shillong to make a difference within itself, in the community, in the eyes of the public, and in history, and produce results that we can be proud of.
With election season fast approaching, politics in the state has heated up, with both All India Trinamool Congress and the National People's Party making claims about growth of their support bases. More than 10 sitting legislators, including from the opposition All India Trinamool Congress AITC, are likely to join the ruling National People's Party NPP ahead of the 2023 Assembly elections, said NPP leader and Cabinet Minister Sneo Bhalangdhar. On the other hand, the AITC Vice President George B. Lingdo has stated that the AITC is fastest growing political party in Meghalaya, even as he elaborated how in a matter of few months the party has been able to expand itself in 30 out of 60 blocks.
See, the prospect of AITC will be with the people. We turn to the people. And as being said by our party leadership, the individual does not matter. What matters is the party, what matters is the people's support. And that's why we are moving ahead in many constituencies, is because even though we don't have any sitting member in those constituencies also, we are getting a lot of support. So that itself shows that a lot of people have a lot of aspirations and hope from this party.
Deputy Commissioner, West Jaintia Hills District, inaugurated an integrated farming training program at Saw Minting village recently. In his address, he said that such training centers are meant to enable farmers to raise their incomes. This training was conducted by the Society for Urban and Rural Empowerment, SURE, supported by Meghalaya State Skill Development Society under the Labour Department of Meghalaya Government. The Deputy Commissioner, Garod LSN Dykes, who was also the chief guest, said that the government of the day has tried its best to conduct such training at the grassroots level. And now here is the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 21.6 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 15.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 100%, while in the evening it stood at 94%. Rainfall recorded was 8.6 millimeters. The forecast: moderate rain is very likely to occur at a few places. The news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi launches a 5G testbed at Silver Jubilee celebration event of TRI. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh launches indigenous Navy destroyer warships INS Surat, frigate INS Udaygiri. Chief Minister inaugurates refuse-derived fuel plant in Tura, hopes project will solve state's waste issues. And Union Minister of State Pratima Bhomik inaugurates services of CRC for self-development, rehabilitation and empowerment of Divyangjan in Shillong. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us, and from all of us here, it's wishing you good night.